Let's dive into the world of the sea, from smaller bodies of water to the vast oceans that cover our planet. These waters are essential to life on Earth, not only for their role in the environment but also for the incredible creatures that inhabit them. Imagine how much less fascinating the oceans would be without the diverse life forms lurking beneath their surface. What surprises many is that the ocean isn't just home to creatures. It's home to some of the largest beings to have ever existed. With that in mind, here are the 20 biggest sea creatures of all time. Number 20. The Mosasaurus. The Mosasaurus gained fame after its dramatic appearance in Jurassic World, where it wowed the crowd before taking down the Indominus Rex. But this real-life prehistoric predator was just as formidable. Measuring over 15 meters long, it ruled the ancient oceans, with multiple species filling the waters millions of years ago. Unlike many well-known dinosaurs, the Mosasaurus lived much closer to our time, going extinct around 66 million years ago. Its powerful jaws made it an apex predator, capable of taking down almost anything, including its own kind. This prehistoric ocean giant wasn't just a Hollywood monster. In its time, it was a true terror of the deep. Number 19. The blue whale heading. The blue whale is one of the most magnificent, gentle, and massive creatures on Earth. Many are passionate about protecting them, but one of the biggest questions remains: just how big are they? While some claim they exceed 30 meters, the largest officially recorded blue whale measured 29.9 meters. Though reports exist of 32-meter whales, these are disputed due to lack of proper measurements. As for weight, they can reach up to 200 tons, making them the largest and heaviest animal alive today. Some argue they are the biggest creature to ever exist, though prehistoric species make that claim uncertain. Despite their massive size, blue whales are filter feeders, consuming only small fish and krill. They can be solitary or form small groups, but sadly, they face near extinction due to hunting. Even now, pollution and human activities continue to threaten them. Protecting these gentle giants is crucial. They are a vital part of our world, and losing them would be a devastating mistake. Number 18. The giant manta ray. The giant manta ray may not be the biggest creature on this list, but it's the largest of its kind, making it truly special. With a wingspan exceeding 7 meters, it easily dwarfs any diver. Like the blue whale, it's a filter feeder, consuming vast amounts of zooplankton as it glides through the water, another gentle giant of the ocean. These rays have fascinating behaviors. In deep waters, they swim in straight lines, while in shallower areas, they weave gracefully. They're also known for leaping out of the water, sometimes in groups of up to 50, even performing aerial somersaults. Additionally, they visit coral reefs to rid themselves of parasites at natural cleaning stations, showing how marine life thrives through cooperation. Number 17. The lion's mane jellyfish. The lion's mane jellyfish is fascinating, but not for the reason you might expect. Its core body is only about 2 meters long, yet it's one of the most unique creatures in the ocean. Why? Because its tentacles can stretch over 36 meters, making it a true giant of the deep. These tentacles aren't just long, they're also dangerous. If you get caught in them, they'll not only sting but also stick to you. With up to 150 tentacles arranged in 4 rows, escaping is nearly impossible once entangled. Worse, they often drift separately from the main body, meaning you could be stung without even seeing the jellyfish. Technically, when measured with its tentacles, this jellyfish is the longest animal on Earth. The good news? Its sting isn't deadly, just extremely painful. Vinegar can help ease the pain, but trust me, you don't want to get caught in its grasp. Number 16. The oarfish. The next fish on our list is a perfect example of how humanity often reacts to things we don't immediately understand. When the oarfish first washed up on a beach, both the general public and scientists initially believed it was a hoax. Its massive size and unusual appearance made it seem too bizarre to be real, almost as if someone had fabricated it as a prank. But just how big can these creatures grow? The largest recorded oarfish measured around 8 meters, 26 feet, long. In fact, There are numerous photos of people struggling to hold up these enormous fish due to their sheer size. They hold the title of the largest bony fish in the world and are primarily deep-sea dwellers. Interestingly, oarfish typically remain in the depths of the ocean until they are near death, at which point they rise to the surface, explaining why they are so often found washed up on shores. Many believe that sightings of oarfish over the centuries gave rise to legends of sea serpents told by sailors. And honestly, if you spotted one of these massive, ribbon-like creatures gliding past your boat, you might think you just encountered a sea monster too. Number 15. The sperm whale. The last whale I showed you was the largest and arguably the most gentle of them all. But now, let's take a look at one of the more aggressive species. There are two types of whales known for their more ruthless nature, and I bet you can guess the first one, the orca, famous for hunting great white sharks. The second is the sperm whale, the largest of the toothed whales and significantly bigger than orcas, reaching up to 16 meters in length. These massive creatures put their size to good use in various ways. For instance, they are among the few mammals capable of diving to extreme ocean depths, allowing them to hunt prey almost anywhere. Their vocal abilities are just as impressive. Their calls can reach a staggering 236 decibels, far louder than a jet engine or even a gunshot. Thanks to their formidable size and sharp teeth, sperm whales are known to take on a wide range of prey, including octopuses, squid, rays, and even sharks. So, while some whales may be gentle giants, others are outright predators. Number 14. The whale shark. When you think of sharks, your mind probably jumps to images of Jaws or the many shark attacks reported around the world. However, just like shark attacks aren't as common as many people think, there are also several sharks that are surprisingly gentle and don't actively hunt animals. The largest among them is the whale shark, which lives up to its name with its massive size. These giants can grow up to 18.8 meters in length and can be found in nearly every tropical ocean across the globe. Whale sharks have huge mouths and are filter feeders, meaning they mostly consume plankton and small fish, posing absolutely no danger to humans. In fact, there are numerous photos and videos of people swimming alongside these gentle creatures without any issues. Hopefully, this helps ease some of your fears about sharks. And this is just one of the many fascinating types of sharks we'll be talking about today. Number 13. The fin whale. I promise this will be the last time I talk about whales, but since they occupy such vast portions of our oceans, why not dive into them once more? The fin whale, in particular, earns a special mention in this book for a few simple reasons. It's the second largest whale species in existence, right after the blue whale, making it one of the biggest creatures alive today. Even more impressive is that it resides in nearly all of the world's oceans, with the exception of the coldest, ice-bound waters. That's quite a range for any whale species. However, like the blue whale, its diet consists mostly of smaller creatures, leaving you to wonder how it manages to fill its enormous frame. Sadly, this species suffered heavily during the whaling days of the 1800s and 1900s. In fact, it's estimated that 750,000 fin whales were killed in just 70 years in the southern hemisphere alone, which is staggering. While conservation efforts have helped them rebound, their recovery has been slow. Experts say that by 2100, their numbers may still not match those of the pre-whaling era. This is a stark reminder that if we don't do better, magnificent creatures like the fin whale could be lost forever. Number 12. The giant squid. Finally, I get to talk about one of the most legendary creatures of the deep, the giant squid. This is the very creature that inspired the myth of the kraken among sailors. Its impressive size lends some truth to that legend, though it's still not quite large enough or powerful enough to crush a ship like you might see in Pirates of the Caribbean. So, how big do they actually get? Thanks to a unique form of gigantism, these creatures can grow up to about 10 meters long. However, because they live in the deep sea and are rarely seen, it's possible that they can grow even larger in the depths they call home. While no one can say for certain how big they get, there are reports of ones reaching lengths over 20 meters. Of course, some consider these claims to be nothing more than sailors' tall tales. Number 11. The colossal squid. The colossal squid is another enormous deep-sea creature that might be even larger than you imagine. Interestingly, while some argue that the giant squid is longer, other estimates place the colossal squid's length between 10 and 14 meters, making it potentially bigger than the giant squid I mentioned earlier. Regardless of the length debate, the colossal squid outweighs the giant squid, giving it more bulk. Here's a fun fact. This creature was possibly known as early as the 1920s, but it wasn't until the 1980s that the first 2 specimens were found on shore and studied. This highlights just how much more there is to uncover about the mysterious creatures of the ocean.